Hey fellow creatures of the internet. This is the most must-see and subscribed Argonian on YouTube and perhaps the online ambassador of Black Marsh, Bruzo Dragonius, right here in the Shan, in the Avonheart Pact, occupied territory in Morrowind, or I should say Northern Black Marsh. And the reason why I'm up here is, I don't know, just probably going here for a bit of a stay and pretty much doing my training. But that is until the Hist had spoken to me, some sort of a mission that he's given me. Because apparently I've been summoned. Well, to be honest with you, the Deadlands Prologue is now out on console. But as of this stage, the Hist is calling for me to help someone with some sort of mission. I guess that the Hist knows that I'm a hero, or at least an Argonian warrior. So anyway, I've just wanted to take you up along with this stage and all that kind of stuff with this quest, this Prologue quest of Deadwood, or Deadlands, I should say. And I will meet you there, and I'll get you to meet who has summoned me. But, however, I'm taking you all with me. So, like I said, future Bruzo, roll the intro. Okay, so I guess it's pissing down here. But at least I got my helmet on and gloves because I don't want to get wet. Well, at least I don't want to get my scales all wet because, you know, and my bristles and that. And it's raining, even though that I'm using a drone camera. That's right, I am using a drone camera to document my footage and all that kind of stuff. So I'm out in this weather. It looks like that someone needs help. So, hey there! What are you doing out there in the rain? Oh. Okay. Looks like some sort of letter that Lyranth had sent me right there. So, anyway, who are you? And what are you doing out there in the rain? And I see that the Hist needs some help, so what are you doing out here?
So, you're the mortal adventurer the Dread Lady seeks. I assumed you'd be, well, taller. Still, my mistress knows best. I bring you a message from Lyranth, the lovely and powerful Dremora. Hear the words her prophet speaks, and be enthralled.
A message from a Dremora? Let me guess. It's from Lyranth, and what is it about?
The Dread Lady requires a mortal's perspective. She finds the situation merely curious, but says it has apocalyptic consequences for our plane of existence. Congratulations, mortal. She has chosen you, and she promises compensation if you survive.
You seem rather calm about delivering an apocalyptic message from a Dremora.
Calm, I suppose. But I have faith in Lyranth, and she seems to have faith in you. I'll mark the destination on your map. Plus, I secured transportation. The regal, sweet daffodil. Oh, and take this pendant. You'll need it when you get there.
Let me guess, alright, I'll let Sweet Daffodil take me to your Dread Lady. I believe it's your horse behind you. After I read this letter, of course, to see what she needs of me.
Sweet Daffodil will whisk you directly to the location. Once there, you must get past the creatures that roam the place to find Lyranth's hidden lair. The pendant will alert you when the time comes to use it. Then, Just follow the trail of energy.
So, how will this pendant reveal Lyranth's hidden lair? I may. Just remind me.
Isn't it obvious? The pendant contains an epiphany blood ruby. It tingles when it senses residual portal magic. Use it, and it will lead you to Lyranth's lair. How ironic. She chose you to assist her. Not her prophet, but you. A heathen adventurer.
Haven't we met before? You sort of remind me of a certain someone. Yeah.
Please, I am nothing like my insipid older brother. Nothing at all. I am the Dread Lady's true prophet, her voice resounding in the mortal realm, her herald on the plane of Nirn.
Oh, okay, so I guess it's some sibling rivalry. So Rogatus also claimed to be Lyranth's prophet, so can you explain that?
My dim-witted brother claims to be many things. The Dread Lady and I allow him his delusions. Makes it easier to get him to accomplish the few tasks that aren't beyond his limited skill set. You should feel honored that this time my mistress sent me.
Oh, I guess I am honored. Besides, that's what a hero does anyway. So, besides delivering message for the Dread Lady, what does a prophet do exactly?
Speaking the words of some higher power is the standard definition of a prophet. And there is no higher power than my mistress, no matter what the other temples or shrines may tell you. I do whatever the Dread Lady asks, and am honored to do so.
So, Sweet Daffodil is an unusual mount, isn't she? I believe that flaming horse thing, or creature, or hellspawn is a she, right?
That she is. Although gender isn't what you imagine when it comes to classifying Daedric entities. It took a lot of effort to summon her to this plane, just to provide you with convenient transportation. My mistress insisted, however, so I complied.
Is it safe?
Sweet Daffodil would never harm a flesh fly, let alone a favored curiosity of the Dread Lady. But just to be on the safe side, I suggest not getting too close to her fiery bits.
Well, you know what? You know that Lyranth, the Dremora, and I go way back? Like, when we first met? You know that?
Yes! I am aware of your relationship with my mistress. It may not be as intimate as mine, but she does seem to have a certain fondness for you. Still, we must not use her name so casually. Enemies abound and mortals become skittish so easily.
Wow. So Lyranth is fond of me. Okay. Odd.
Oh, not in any romantic or mortal interpretation of the word. Not even in the way a child is fond of a puppy or kitten. Dremora aren't like us. You must have realized that by now. But my mistress finds you interesting. Yes, that's the word.
I guess that she, I don't know, look up in my YouTube channel, even though that YouTube doesn't exist in Nirn. So you mentioned enemies, right?
A group of Dagonists, known as the Order of the Waking Flame, has been interfering in my mistress's activities of late. They are of no real concern to her, but I don't want to attract their attention. I suggest you take similar precautions.
Okay. By the way, just so you know, if you're watching this, some reading material for you. Even though that I was going to read like this, like, Little mortal, I am Dremora Lyranth. You may know
I don't
me.
remember the last time things were this hectic.
You may not. Blah blah blah. So you can just read it yourself.
I heard the Maulborn have spies.
Apparently, she had summoned me through the East. Oh, and also through this prophet as well. Well, I guess that's you didn't seem to have to hand deliver me that letter. Okay. I'll see you around.
If you hadn't stopped the Covenant from summoning Sadal, we'd all be dead.
Giddy up, little... Giddy up, Daffodil! Okay. Looks like there's some data in there. Even though that... I don't give me this thing. Okay. Sorry, but I don't really bother. I didn't want to hurt you. Oh, damn it. I said I didn't want to hurt you guys! Like I said, you leave with like I said, you leave me with no choice. Seems like a portal. Lyranth? What the?
The blade. Remove the blade. Damn enchanted blade. I'll need to figure out how they were able to use it to trap me. But first, we need to talk.
So what are you doing here? Laying down?
Ah, little mortal. Your timing is impeccable as always. Of course, if you had arrived just a few moments earlier, I might not have wound up with that damn blade stuck in my chest.
So, what happened here, Lyranth? I see that you've formed of the reptilian old me. So what happened to you?
Must I say it? That the Dremora you know and admire had a lapse in judgment? That she failed to take her surroundings into account when she opened her portal? Very well, little mortal. I erred. And the Waking Flame took advantage of the opportunity.
The Waking Flame?
The Order of the Waking Flame, to be precise. Fanatics devoted to Marunes Dagon, the Daedric Prince of Destruction. 2 of the cultists followed before the portal closed and surprised me. Incapacitated me with that enchanted blade.
Were they trying to kill you?
Quite the opposite. The blade carries a unique enchantment I've never encountered before. It paralyzed me. Gave them the time they needed to portal in others and ransack the place. Quickly, check my coffer. Make sure the velvet pouch is still safe.
I guess all this trouble for a velvet pouch, but I guess that all this trouble from... I don't know what's up with you and finding artifacts.
It's what the velvet pouch contains that matters. I'm still attempting to ascertain its purpose, but since the Dagonists want it, it must be important. My coffer rests on the nearby pedestal. Check on it while I examine this accursed blade.
Well, Katina said the situation was apocalyptic. Care to explain?
Why do mortals insist on receiving every detail, no matter how insignificant or profound, before they accomplish the task at hand? Apocalyptic. Just what you might imagine where the Daedric Prince of Destruction is concerned.
So, I guess this has anything to do with what we have found in the Red Petal Bastion, or perhaps, as we know of the last playthrough, or exploration of whatever. The last video that I kind of made right here, or in Nirn, or whatever plane of Oblivion you are in, or something like that, or back in Nirn.
As a matter of fact, it does. The velvet pouch contains the relic I acquired for services rendered. Now go. Make sure the relic remains safe in its pouch. The Dagonists also sought it, so that's reason enough to want to keep it out of their hands.
Why the hell did why go to all the trouble of an enchantment plane instead of just killing you?
Dremora are difficult to kill, and that's doubly true where I'm concerned. Besides, we don't actually die, not as mortals do. Our essence simply returns to Oblivion, and we are reconstituted. How long that takes varies. The blade was more prudent.
Yeah, I know what you Daedra are like. So, more prudent. How so?
The Dagonists went to great lengths to forge a blade capable of trapping a Dremora inside its incapacitated body. Instead of simply slaying this form and risking I would return too quickly, they chose to entrap me.
Can they do that to you whenever they want?
I need to study the magic to be sure, but I don't think so. An enchantment of that magnitude is complex and requires a multitude of resources. I doubt they have other such blades just lying around and ready to use. I will be more cautious, however.
Just for my new subscribers of YouTube or something like that back in Earth, could you please tell us about the Prince of Destruction and the Waking Flame, just so, you know, the new people of my channel that's not really familiar with, whatever, ESO, just care to explain of what the Prince of, care to explain?
Marunes Dagon is a powerful Daedric prince, ruler of the Deadlands and the so-called god of disaster and revolution. His mortal followers call themselves the Order of the Waking Flame. They are his devoted servants here on Nirn.
Well, there goes from the horse's mouth and that. So, is this related to Leovik's secret Enderful ambitions?
Perhaps, but I have yet to establish a firm link between these activities and those related to the Longhouse Emperor's plots. Regardless, I have every indication that Dagon seeks to unleash destruction upon this plane of existence.
Does this have anything to do with what we found in the Red Petal Bastion?
As a matter of fact, it does. The velvet pouch contains the relic I acquired for services.
Okay. And look at it. And look here, it's easier to invade. I'll just get that for you.
It's gone, isn't it? Search the rest of my lair. Find the cultist I wounded before the blade brought me low.
Yes, Lyranth. I'll be right back. Activate lightning frost staff. Okay.
The Dragora thought to oppose the waking flame. Devastator Rulin showed her.
I don't mean to harm these people, but hey. Actually, I do. But I guess they're dry skins.
I knew I delivered a killing blow. Surprised he made it this far before collapsing. Search the body and retrieve my stolen item.
Okay.
The maggot distracted me. Allowed the other to plunge the enchanted blade into me. At least I delivered a mortal wound before the incapacitation took hold. Search his corpse. Maybe the item he stole from my coffer is secreted in one of his pockets.
Let's do some sort of letter.
Show me what you found, mortal.
There's a bit of reading material. What's going on?
Well, little mortal? Did you recover the item that maggot stole from my coffer? Was it in one of his pockets, as I suspected?
No, but all I found is this letter. If it's any use to you.
Let me see that. This letter names the maggot I killed. Devastator Rulin. And it mentions Greenshade. I wonder what they're doing in that miserable place.
They seem to be after your item specifically.
Indeed. My relic. When I learned that the cult wanted it, I decided to acquire it before they could. I covered my tracks, but apparently not well enough.
So, could you please tell me, and the viewers that are just watching me, about the relic?
There isn't much to tell. I have yet to determine the relic's purpose or function. I was just preparing to study it when the cult invaded my lair. No matter. The letter tells us where to find the Dagonists. I'll open a portal. Go ahead. Step through the portal. It will take us to Greenshade, close to where I expect we'll find the Dagonists' camp. We can talk more once we get there. I shall never get used to Nirn's smell. Come, mortal. We have plans to discuss. So much greenery and animal life. How do you mortals stand it? Never mind. Rhetorical question. Let us go deal with the Dagonists and retrieve the relic they took from my lair.
Oh, I can take it as a rhetorical question. So, how do we find the Order of the Rock and Flame?
The note you discovered contains the answer. Where umbrage creeps. It can only refer to one place in this region. Shadows Crawl. I have no doubt we'll find the Dagonists near there.
Shadows Crawl sounds like a big place. Any way to narrow down the search?
The Dagonists use portal magic. I can smell its residue on the air. The pendant that Rogatina gave you. It can be used to follow traces of portal magic in the area.
Where should I start my search?
Right here. Simply use the pendant and follow the trail of the residual magic. Then use it again once the trail turns cold. We must retrieve the relic they stole from me. I shall pursue my own investigation and meet you once we locate the cultists.
Okay. God, I'm sick of these guys. Coming through! That is for messing around with my quest. Nothing that I want. Nothing in there that I want. Another portal. Maybe not. I just thought that you need some help. What's the matter? Going away of not saying a thank you? Oh well. Heroes did, I guess. Doesn't matter. Okay, not there.
How did she overcome the blade?
Never mind that. Get in and I'll close the portal.
I don't think so. A simple spell will keep the portal open. Mortal, this way.
Yes, Dennis.
A cave? I expected the cult to have better taste. Let's look around. I expected Dagon's bootlickers to have grander accommodations than a simple cave. Look around and find my relic, mortal.
Where are we?
I assume this cave serves as a base for the Waking Flame. Not very impressive, truth be told. Come, let us find whatever hole those cultists used to store their valuables. I want the relic back in my possession before the next clan fear calls. Search the area. Leave no stone unturned. We must retrieve the relic they stole from me.
Okay.
I hear voices up ahead. It must be the cultists.
The core would just occupy this guy. I need that for later.
No better than Daedrons hiding in the bowels of these caves.
Hello.
We're almost done here. Then on to Oblivion to see the catalyst in action. Hail Dagon! Destroy!
Who's Dagon now, huh? Where's Dagon now?
Stay alert, little mortal. The Dagonists are more dangerous than they appear.
Hello.
Richard Moore. Coming here was a mistake, Lyranth.
You go after me, you get frozen. You dare?
Disaster is relentless, you fools!
I just wanted to see if there's any loot. Oh well. Nice one.
Finally! Search the camp and find my relic, little mortal.
You go after me, you get frozen as well.
Now, kill!
Okay. Some sort of map, I guess.
Curious drawings. Definitely mechanical. But what was that about transforming Daedra? Intriguing. Well done, mortal. You found my relic. Give it to me.
There you go.
Stay alert, little mortal. So this Sister Seldina wants my relic. And she provided directions on how to use it. Interesting. A letter that conveniently lays out the cult's plans, schematics for some strange device, and my relic. Not bad for a day's labor. These items tell me much about what the Dagonists are up to.
So what does the letter specify or signify?
That this Sister Seldina had the audacity to order the cultists to steal my relic. And she gave them the damn blade that incapacitated me. She calls the relic a portal key. Claims it leads to some sort of base in Oblivion.
Base in Oblivion? An actual base in Oblivion?
Yes. From which they plan to unleash disasters upon your world. I suspect it has something to do with these schematics. A diagram for some sort of device they call the Cataclysm. It has some purpose regarding Daedric transformation. Intriguing.
Oh, I encountered something like that called a catalyst at the Dread Cellar.
So I was told. The battle mages and I have exchanged information. Details concerning the Cataclysm and its function were severely limited, however. Suffice it to say, I suspect the device plays into their plan to unleash disasters upon your realm.
So, what now? Hello? Limits? What now? Oh. It's a portal.
My minion had better have completed the preparations I assigned her. Come.
Okay. Let's see if there's any loot.
Mistress, the adventurer approaches.
Oh. Hi there. And hello there, Rogatina.
You dare speak to her lowly prophet when the Dread Lady herself stands nearby? I'm surprised she hasn't flayed you alive for such an insult. Go, my mistress has words for you.
Well, because I thought that she's fond of me. So what are you doing here, Rogatina?
Following the orders of the Dread Lady, of course. She sent me to her hidden lair to retrieve the body of this vile cultist. He deserved even worse for daring to raise a hand against my mistress.
So what does Lyranth want to do with the corpse?
You seek to understand the desires of the Dread Lady? Blasphemy! Ours is not to puzzle out the whys and wherefores of Lyranth the Dremora. Ours is but to do whatever she demands of us. Whatever she demands.
Oh, sorry. I'm just being very curious. So, okay, I'll just talk to her then. So, what's with these corpses that you bring here? Oh, mighty Lyranth.
We got lucky, little mortal. The letter we found indicated that Sister Saldina wanted the portal key brought to her after the cultists recovered it. For whatever reason, that didn't happen. Perhaps they were waiting for Devastator Rulin to return.
Devastator Rulin? That is a cultist you managed to kill in your lair, right?
Yes, and whose corpse now rests before us. He will serve my purposes well, I think. Time enough for that later. For now, take this. I understand that your kind expects such treats after performing clever tricks for your betters.
Not really, but thanks anyway.
Questions about the Order of the Waking Flame still linger, little mortal. And the danger posed to your plane of existence hasn't abated. We can still help each other if you are willing.
So what do you need me to do?
Before we make use of the portal key, we must complete our own preparations. Then we can find the cult's base in Oblivion and determine their plans for the Cataclysm. You must acquire the root of a fluster fume plant and a tincture of befuddlement.
Why do you need roots in a tincture?
The relic opens a portal to Oblivion, most likely the Deadlands. Regardless, we can't just stroll in and expect them to reveal their plans. I'll use those items to create a potion to fool them. It will make you appear to be the corpse lying here.
Okay, I guess that I've lost the flume root and the tincture of befuddlement for you.
Fluster fume plants grow nearby, southeast in the caves of Camp Gushnikbar. As for the tincture of befuddlement, I believe Orion the Alchemist may have one at the outpost south of Bramble Beach. Return here when you have acquired both.
This potion you plan to create will make me look just like a dead cultist, right?
No. It will make you look like the dead cultist when he was still among the living. That's
Okay.
the intent, anyway. I am not much of an alchemist, but I believe I can make this work. Mortal flesh is much more malleable than you would imagine.
Tell me more about the fluster flume root.
A little-known plant, the fluster fume has a wide variety of alchemical applications. For our purposes, the root will suffice. That's where all the confusion-inspiring properties congregate. It will help muddle the minds of those you encounter.
And what's a tincture or befuddlement?
Consider it an enhancement for the potion I'll create. A strengthening agent, if you will. It provides the necessary layer of bewilderment that will reinforce your disguise.
And when can I get this tincture?
An alchemist I know has a supply. Orion. You can find her at the outpost south of Bramble Beach. Tell her the tincture is from me, and give her some of those yellow rocks you mortals are so fond of. Then return back to me.
And why is this portal key so important? Just as a reminder.
When I learned the cult sought the relic, I acquired it first. Then they stole it from me, and I employed your assistants to retrieve it. During that escapade, we learned that the relic was a portal key to a waking flame base in Oblivion.
And that is why it is important that we sneak into this space, right?
My interests in these matters are strictly curiosity. I want to know more about their strange cataclysm device and its ultimate purpose. You, I assume, want to stop the cult from unleashing the disasters of Marunes Dagon upon the mortal realm.
And you think we can accomplish all that by sneaking into their base?
No, but we can both get closer to our goals. We know that a cult leader called Sister Seldina is expecting our dead cultist to bring the portal key to her. And we know she plans to test the cataclysm. We need to be there to witness that test.
Okay then. I'll meet you there. Where's this portal?
The tincture is ready, but are you sure you want to deal with that woman?
That woman is very powerful, and I've enjoyed my discussions with her. What does she call herself? A prophet?
I believe that you have the... I believe that you, have the tincture for me, I guess?
So, what brings you to our little outpost, traveler? If you're looking for something specific, I must warn you that my alchemical stocks are severely limited at this point in time.
Like I said, I was told you might have a tincture of befuddlement for purchase, I believe.
Ah, you must be another one of the Dread Lady's followers. I've had a number of pleasant conversations with her prophet Rogatina, and I even got to meet the Dread Lady once. She mentioned she might have need of such a tincture, so I brewed one up.
Lyranth sent me to acquire the tincture.
No disrespect intended, but I was hoping she'd come to pick it up herself. I so looked forward to basking in her glorious presence again. Ah well, perhaps next time. Here you go, and don't bother about the cost. It's a gift for the Dread Lady.
Oh, okay. Thank you. And I'm not even going to mention if it's that disrespectful to us, so...
Just between us, I'm not in favor of dealing with Daedric entities, and Orion has become quite infatuated with both the Dread Lady and her prophet. I suggest caution, traveler. In my experience, little good ever emerges from Oblivion.
Okay. Will do. Farewell. I didn't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt any of you here. I'm just here for the flume route. If you come near me, I will hurt you. And it'll be for self-defense only. Heed my warning.
Advance.
Thank you for your services. I must be going.
Just in time, little mortal. Place the root and the tincture in the cauldron.
Oh, okay.
You have the items I requested, yes? Then place them in the cauldron so I can complete the potion of disguise.
Okay, I'll just take these things off.
You dropped the items in the cauldron! What a spectacular accomplishment! So why are you talking to me? I'm just the Dread Lady's humble and devoted prophet. She wants to speak to you, her chosen mortal.
Well, at least that I'm not the prophet, unlike you. And I do acknowledge the sarcasm, so if Lyranth has you, then why does she need my help then? Huh?
Right! Exactly! I ask myself that very same question all the time. It even keeps me up at night. But in the end, the answer I come to is always the same. Lyranth is perfect in every way, and I can't fathom her reckonings.
How did you become a prophet then?
Well, not by responding to a notice on a job board, if that's what you're asking. My brother and I sought knowledge, a higher purpose. When Lyranth appeared to us and demanded we tell her where to find a sweet roll, we knew we'd found our calling.
Well, I guess that Lyranth must have, like I said, called to his, so your calling, I guess?
How else would you refer to it? Lyranth summoned me, and I responded. Now I hear her words and share them with the world. Well, clandestinely. Some people don't respond well to outright worship of Daedric entities.
Well, I don't worship Daedra, so, okay. What now?
The root you found was a perfect specimen, and the tincture just the right shade of distraction. The potion should work perfectly now.
I assume there's more to your plan than just a potion of disguise.
Of course. Wheels within wheels and all that. After you drink the potion and disguise yourself as a waking flame cultist, I will pretend to be your prisoner. Not only are you returning with a portal key, you're bringing them a gift. Me.
Remind me, who am I impersonating again, just as a reminder?
Devastator Rulin, the worm who led the craven attack on my lair. He had the good fortune of dying by my hand before his associate incapacitated me with that damn blade. You will pretend to be the cultist, and I shall pretend to be your prisoner.
Okay, I probably would. Okay, and what will you do with the portal key?
Sister Saldina's letter explained how to align the segments of the portal key. I shall set it accordingly and open a doorway to whatever realm the cult is using as a base. You drink from the cauldron and step through. Then our charade begins.
Okay, well, bottoms up.
The disguise is perfect.
Okay.
Now, I shall activate the portal key. Then, step through and assume your role. I shall do the same.
Interesting disguise. Looks like that's the double. Okay. Let's go in.
Definitely not Nirn. Let's look around. You are my captor, and I am your prisoner, little mortal. Remember that and play your role, or we will both meet an unfortunate fate. Now, let's look around and find the cult's meeting place.
What are we looking for exactly?
Some clue as to where we are and what the Order of the Waking Flame is doing here. I also think we need to determine if the cataclysm mentioned in Sister Saldina's letter is related to the device found at the Dread Cellar in Blackwood.
I was with Battle Mage Lucia when we encountered a decent catalyst.
Ah, the Battle Mage. I dropped hints that the Waking Flame was up to something at the Dread Cellar. She, in turn, informed me of what you found. That cataclysm was some sort of empowering device, but I have yet to determine its ultimate purpose.
Why order a subterfuge? Can't we just rush through an attack?
We have no idea where we are or what we will find here. Trickery and deceit will serve us better than reckless violence. Besides, We need to learn the cult's plans and the purpose of the Cataclysm. Such information will benefit us both.
That.
This is Fargrave. Interesting.
Prisoner,
We
halt!
must find the Dagonists and determine what they're doing here. This obscure corner of Oblivion is known only as Fargrave. I certainly didn't expect the portal key to lead us here.
Fargrave? Actually, Fargrave? I've never heard of this place.
I wouldn't have expected you to. The inhabitants prefer their privacy. It's a realm without a prince, which gives them a modicum of freedom. And it's a crossroads of sorts. A way station between Nirn and the rest of Oblivion.
Way station? What do you mean by that?
Once you find your way to Fargrave, the paths through Oblivion become easier to navigate. Daedra and mortals alike can be found here, engaging in trade on a planar level. I begin to grasp why the Waking Flame have set up operations here.
And you mean, therefore...
With no prince, the accords that make it harder for other realms to connect to Nirn do not apply. Once they learn the way, with relics such as the portal key, the Waking Flame can move through Fargrave with impunity to reach Nirn and the Deadlands.
Why do you think they need easy access between the two realms?
Not for any reason that won't give you nightmares, little mortal. Now, let's find the cultists so you can present your prisoner. Then we shall learn what we can about the cult's plans and the true purpose of the Cataclysm.
Follow me, prisoner.
Devastator Rulin, is that you? We fear the Dremora killed you, and who's that beside you?
Oh, hello there. I have present this prisoner, which is Dremora that you speak of.
Is that Lyranth the Dremora? I'm impressed, Devastator. I didn't imagine your mission would yield such notable results.
I assumed that the Order would appreciate a gift of this magnet. Actually, no. I assumed the Order would appreciate a gift of this magnitude.
Indeed. And the Fargrave Cataclysm could use a new Daedric entity. For the next test, of course. I'll let you present her to Sister Seldina personally.
Where will I find Sister Seldina?
Right through that door. I'm sure Sister Seldina will want to hear all about your mission. And we've yet to attempt to use the Cataclysm on a Daedra of Lyranth's caliber. I expect the results will be quite informative.
Yes, indeed.
All three of us.
Yeah, well, it looks like that we got a prisoner. Takes 3 people to handle this Daedric cultist, I mean, this Dremora.
Oh, that's funny. All three of us just standing there lined up in a row, looking exactly the same. Three musketeers.
So, the mortal returns from its mission, and it brings a prisoner. How unexpected. And I assumed Lyranth was more capable. I would never allow myself to be captured by one such as you. Still, Nokfrost may want to question her before the next test.
Nokfrost? Is he someone important?
Does Sister Seldina not teach her Devastators anything
Okay,
of
get
import?
nobody to me.
Volkina's Nokfrost is a favorite of Lord Dagon. Sent here to ensure Seldina doesn't mangle the Cataclysm project. Such endeavors are too vital to leave completely in mortal hands.
I thought Sister Seldina was in charge here.
You're a mortal, but do you have to be so naive? Sister Seldina has her place, and she will keep it for as long as she proves worthy. When she no longer serves a meaningful purpose, Nokfrost will take action. Until then, step carefully, Devastator.
Okay, we'll do.
After the failure at the Dread Cellar, your Fargrave Cataclysm must perform as promised, Seldina.
Good
The
lord, he is
device
a
will
fat
work
one.
as intended, Nokfrost. Ah, here comes the Devastator now.
Hi there.
Devastator, you honor me. How can a lowly acolyte serve you?
I just returned, Acolyte. What's happening here at the base?
The Cataclysm initiative proceeds apace. Sister Seldina continues to make adjustments and improvements with every version of the device. I understand we're about to witness a new demonstration. I can't wait to see it perform as intended.
Do you know what the catalyst does, Alakat?
Is this some sort of test, Devastator? The Cataclysm is our great work, our role in the larger purpose of the Order of the Waking Flame. We will use the device to bless Daedra with the power of living disasters, and then unleash them on Nirn.
Well, of course. But it's just to document our how can I say, our devotion to Marunes Dagon. So how does the catalyst relate to our attempts to find the four ambitions?
The ambitions? Another sect within the Order is dealing with that. Our mission is to perfect the Cataclysts and prepare incarnates to release onto Nirn. Daedra empowered with the energy of living disasters. The destruction will be glorious.
There must be a connection.
Well, as I understand it, both the ambitions and the Cataclysts utilize the same magic and rituals. Lord Dagon never relies on a single path. Ours are just two of his plans for conquering Nirn. Once the Cataclysm is perfected, we'll be rewarded.
Do you know what the catalyst does, Acolyte?
Is this some sort of test, Devastator? The Cataclysm is our great work, our role.
Oh, of course not. I just said that question. Carry on. Okay. Hey, you!
Devastator Rulin, you've returned. And with a prize, I see. Impressive. We thought for sure that the Dremora got the better of you and your team. I'm almost glad to see we were wrong.
Well, seeing as I just returned, care to enlighten me about what's going on here at the base?
Our forces are in place.
soon Fargrave will belong to the Waking Flame. We will be able to operate openly and without concern. And Sister Seldina has made great strides in perfecting the Cataclysm, no thanks to Volkanaz Nakvraz.
Isn't Volkanaz Nakvraz our ally?
Ally, yes. Friend, not so sure. Like others of his kind, he considers himself the better of mortals such as ourselves. And he barely tolerates that Sister Seldina is in charge of this operation. Sometimes I think he'd love to slaughter us all.
What does any of this has to do with the four ambitions? Exactly.
The weapons created by the Longhouse Emperors? I suppose they were created using the same techniques we've employed in the Cataclysm, but our device is far superior. Whereas the ambitions are four extremely powerful weapons, we can create an army. Ally, yes.
Let's go, prisoner. I must take you to your cell, if there is one. If I can find. Ah, Sister Seldina, I presume.
Devastator Rulin. I assume the blade did its job? Of course it did. How else could you capture Lyranth the Dremora? She has been a thorn in our side for much too long. Well done. But what about the portal key? Were you able to recover it?
The portal key and Lyranth. For you, Sister Seldina.
A remarkable achievement, Devastator. And fortunate as well. We're about to perform another test with the Fargrave Cataclysm, and Nakvraz is hesitant to provide me with any more of his precious Daedra. Lyranth should do very nicely.
The Fargrave Catalyst will perform admirably, I'm sure.
I hope that's not skepticism or sarcasm I hear in your voice, Devastator. I get enough of that from Nakvraz. Despite the setback at the Dread Cellar, I have every faith in the device. Soon we will unleash an army of living disasters upon Nirn.
Living disasters, you say?
Did your Doombringer tell you nothing? The Cataclysm enhances Daedra, transforms them into incarnates of disasters. First, we take control of this pitiful demiplane. Then, we launch our assault using Fargrave's connections to Nirn.
A worthy plan, Sister Seldina.
Worthy? It is brilliant. Sentries, take the Dremora and place her in the Cataclysm. Devastator, enter the Cataclysm chamber when you're ready. Then the demonstration will begin.
Will do, sister. Anyway, how's my acting?
For your excellent service to the Order, I award you with the privilege of active infiltrating the Fargrave Cataclysm. Touch the rune and witness the transformative power of the Cataclysm. Lord Dagon's blessing will turn Lyranth into disaster incarnate.
Do what you must, Flea. Lyranth is ready.
Okay. Mo-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho. Mo-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho-ho. Okay. None of these evil laugh, I guess. Any oh, I thought that all of you baddies just I thought that all of you baddies sort of do that sort of thing. As in, we are going to, I don't know, appease our master. That is, oh, never mind.
I have seen enough. I will be free.
The Tremor damage the Cataclysm. Duke of Fire, destroy them!
Shut it down! We must preserve the Cataclysm.
Deal with the Havocrel, mortal. I'll open a portal back to Nirn.
It's me all along!
You have no power here!
How did you find out, huh? It was me all along! I'm just about to be warming up. Hello, big guy, big guy, big guy. Shouldn't your mom tell you not to play with sharp objects? Well, this mortal flea's about to kick your ass! Gotta go. Oh, I guess safety first.
The energy emanating from the cataclysm is interfering with my magic. We must find a place where I can open a portal. I cannot open a portal this close to the cataclysm. The energy it throws off is not conducive to my magic. Let's keep moving, little mortal.
Infernal staff activate! I guess that's... I think that's... Let's get the hell out of here.
This is far enough. I will open a portal out of this place. Quickly, into the portal before more cultists arrive.
Hold your horses.
Go into the portal. Let's be done with this place.
Will do.
Mistress, you're injured.
Nonsense. Merely a scratch.
If Lyranth suffered any lasting injuries on your latest excursion, you will answer to me. Now, go talk to my mistress. She has words for you.
Well, as you can see, that your mistress is just in one piece.
You did well, little mortal. Sister Saldina and her cultists never suspected a thing, and we returned richer than when we departed.
Thank you, and richer? You almost turned into a monster by the catalyst.
That was never going to happen. My bonds were illusory, and it was a simple enough task to free myself once you activated the cataclysm. I observed long enough to grasp the workings of the machine. Then I made my escape.
But what did we learn anyway?
We learned that Sister Saldina's faction of the cult has a base in Fargrave, and they plan to conquer that obscure plane of Oblivion to use as some sort of staging ground for their nefarious machinations.
But what did you learn about the catalyst?
The power surging through the device carries the tinge of Marunes Dagon. It seems it is designed to imbue a Daedra with the energy of a single disaster and transform it into an incarnate. They plan to unleash these horrors on Nirn.
I guess that you destroyed the catalyst?
Perhaps. Noctvraz seemed to think so. I bought us time to consider, to plan. Sister Saldina can make more such devices, however. Eventually. But did you see? Noctvraz despises Saldina. Perhaps we can use that.
I still don't understand why you're interested in all this.
And you don't have to. Just know that the cult plans to unleash destruction on your world. Now, I must contemplate. The device. It can change Daedra. I must return to Fargrave. I will summon you when I learn more. Until then, you have my thanks.
You're welcome.
So many avenues to ponder. Sister Sildina and the Waking Flame, the Cataclysts, Valkanaz, Noctvraz, and Marunes Dagon's role in all this. I shall return to Fargrave and see what else I can learn. I'll call upon you when I need you, little mortal.
Why do you need to return to Fargrave?
Because that is where Sister Saldina is. The cult has ambitious plans for the Demiplane. We delayed those plans, but we didn't stop them. I will find out what I can and then send for you. Assuming you still want to save your world, that is.
Do you know Valkraz Navraz, or whatever hell he is?
No, never met him before, but I've heard of him. One of Dagon's fiercest generals. A soldier in his ongoing quest to satisfy his insatiable hunger for destruction. It appears he was ordered to work with Sister Saldina, and I don't think he likes it.
So what was it like when the catalyst was activated?
Like being in the eye of a storm. A deluge of raging infernos, devastating earthquakes, and apocalyptic floods. The energy would have transformed me had I not acted. I could feel the promise of power, and the strange sensation of change.
So, why do you need to return to Fargrave?
Because that is where Sister Saldina is.
Okay, fair enough. I'll see you around. But first... Well, that is done. I have helped Lyranth in retrieving some things and all that kind of stuff. I kinda, searched for going some sort of little investigation with her and that, even though that I was summoned by her anyway, once again. But all in all, I even though that with this prologue and all that kind of stuff of the Deadlands that's coming out, I think next month, I believe, on console, it will be out a week earlier with that new DLC. So, despite that I've got a couple more dungeons to do that I just been meaning to upload, the other dungeons, of course, that I did in the past. I am yet to show you around the Deadlands, maybe on Twitch or whatever. So, anyway, I hope that I sort of entertain you all in this gameplay, or my adventures in assisting Lyranth, getting all the stuff that she wanted and all that kind of stuff. And I've destroyed a catalyst. Even though they're just sort of infiltrated the Walking Flames hideout within the plains of Oblivion. So, all in all, that's been done. If you do like this video, make sure you show me by pressing the thumbs up button. Also, if you are new to this channel, and if you do like my content so far, then why don't you do me a favor or whatever. I'm just going to sell myself out with this by pressing the subscribe button And to be the first one to know, make sure you press the notification bell icon just right next to it. The usual social medias and a way to give me money is also on the description below. I'm not going to tell you what one, even though that they're already there. If you want to friend me on PSN, my gamer tag is Bruzo21, or that's the same one. If you were to meet me in Tamriel. And all in all, I just want to thank you all to my new subscribers, or to those that have watched this video to the end at least. You're all amazing. Sorry about the long time and all that kind of stuff. I've been doing it, meaning to do part of it, but if not, then maybe just one whole 1 hour package. And I'm just going to sign off by saying, this is the most must-see and subscribe going on YouTube, Bruzo Dragonius, signing off by saying these words. May the Hiss guide you all, and bye-bye for now.